A lot of people buy their new earphones and headphones and somehow run into a few issues a few months down the line. So there's no need to panic, but usually what I found is a factory reset usually sorts out most of the small issues. 9 times out of 10 it will look after the issue. If you're that one person who's not lucky enough to have gotten the earphones fixed with a factory reset, it's worthwhile getting in touch with the customer care of the brand you've picked up. So I'm just going to give you a quick walkthrough of a few different brands or kind of earphones and headphones that you can factory reset to restore it to its original setting. Bear in mind, I'm not liable if anything goes wrong with your headphones or earphones. You do need to take this up with with the manufacturer that you've bought them from. They are the best people to contact when you need something done with your headphones. So to start things off, this is an entry-level earphone. These were the Oppo Enco W11s. And they're a neat little pair of earphones for their price. But one thing I did notice with these earphones is that they do not have a separate pairing button. There's nothing here, there's nothing at the back, there's nothing here near the charging port, there's no button on this. So this leaves you wondering, how do I reset these? So nothing to worry about. Basically what you have to do if you're resetting a set like this is flip the lid open, and the right bud facing you needs to be pressed and held until you see the light flash red 3 times. Now once that's done, this has been factory resetted. It may not show on your phone, so you'll have to go into your phone and pair it all over again, but chances are this has cleared all the errors and issues that it was having, and you should be able to use them problem free. Moving on to another set of earphones. These are the Soundcore Life.2NC. I did review these some months ago. I did quite like these, but I've never had to reset these myself. But for example, this also, if you observe, does not have any visible button near the case or here, but it does have it on the underside, right there. So what you have to do with these is, again, find the button, make sure the lid is open before you press any buttons, otherwise nothing's going to happen. Another thing to keep in mind is make sure it's not connected to any power source, unplug any USBs. So you have to flip this open, and I'm going to press the lid, the button at the bottom, and you'll see when I press and hold it, these lights are flashing. So eventually they should flash red. When that does, yeah, there you go. This has officially been factory resetted, and if there were any issues, they've been cleared. And I'll have to set these up with my phone like they're absolutely fresh. Moving on to a new favorite of mine, these are the Nothing Ear ones. I haven't really had to do any resets on these yet. I've not had any issues. I've had these for almost 6 months now, which means I need to do a long-term report on these. But they're a very neat pair of earphones. You can check out my review on them if you'd like. These are also fairly straightforward. They have a little button here, a reset button, and a pairing button for when you first unbox them. Again, make sure nothing's plugged in. You need to flip the lid open, and you've got your notification light right there. Press and hold the reset button until it flashes red 3 times, and then it's done. It's reset. You shouldn't have any issues. So now the pairing light comes on again because it's a fresh set now. It's like it's out of the box, so it may not pair with your phone like the others would. Now moving on to slightly more premium headphones, I'm holding a pair of Sony XM4s. I've never had to reset these. They've been working perfectly fine. Again, I've reviewed them. You can give that review a look. But if you do want to reset these, this is also fairly straightforward. Make sure there's no auxiliary cable plugged in. Make sure it's not being charged. There shouldn't be anything connected to it. You've got a power button and a custom button right here on the cup of the headphone. You want to press both of them at the same time until the little LED notification light flashes. So I think you have to hold this for about 10 seconds. And there you see the light flash quickly. So it's officially been reset. So I'll have to set this up with my phone again. But it's cleared all the issues that were there, if there were any, and it should work perfectly fine. Moving on to an older set of headphones. These are my Bose QC35s. I've had these for, I think, almost 6 years now. Bose being Bose are not as easy to reset as the other brands are. There's no simple way to reset these. You can't just press and hold a button or two buttons or whatever and reset these. I'm in fact going to read off the website because it's a bit too complicated. The Bose QC35s and 35 version 2 have to be reset like this, and you can't make this stuff up. Resetting this to a factory setting is power off your product, wait 30 seconds, connect your product to a wall outlet using a USB charger, wait for 5 seconds, disconnect the USB cable from the headset, wait 1 minute, power on your product. So that's how you reset a QC35 or a QC35 version 2. Resetting the QC45 is not the same, but it's not as complicated, and as well as the Bose NC700 is not the same as the QC45 or the 35, but it again is a lot simpler than the older versions. So what I can do is leave the links below. So if you do want to reset those two headphones, you can follow the link below and see what it mentions specifically on their website. So there you go, there's your quick and easy reset for your headphones. It's fairly straightforward. There's no need to stress or panic about any glitches with your earphones. I hope this video helped you, and thank you for tuning into Paul's POV for some sound advice.